During our 4 o'clock newscast, there was a new development in this case about marijuana found in Mr. Jean's apartment. Joining me right now are the legal team for the Jean family who want to make a statement about that. Lee Merritt.
No, so we had a chance to look at the initial warrant that was signed by Judge Birmingham, and it was specifically looking for narcotics in Mr. Jean's house. For me and for the legal team for the family, it highlights just sort of the nefarious nature of their investigation. They went in with the intent to look for some sort of criminal justification for the victim. And it's a pattern that we've seen before. It's a pattern of we have a victim, we have a cop who clearly did something wrong, and instead of investigating the homicide, instead of going into her apartment and seeing what they can find, instead of collecting evidence relevant for the homicide investigation, they went out specifically looking for ways to tarnish the image of this young man. And it's even more tragic that the day that information is being released is the day that we've designed to remember who Botham was and what he meant to this community.
I know this is a new development. You guys are just learning about this today, as is the community.
We are learning about it, but again, what we are most concerned about is what happened at the moment that officer pulled the trigger. So as that finding, we have not had a chance to analyze it, but it's irrelevant to us. This guy, if you had the opportunity to attend the service, he's a wonderful guy. He's the type of kid that every parent would want as a son. So the fact that this is coming out moments after the funeral, it just makes you wonder, why would it come out at this time?
And gentlemen, I know we'll talk about this more with these developments. It's just a shock to you guys, and we're just learning about this right now. I know you want to mention something, Mr. Crump, too. We'll make this quick.
This is nothing but a disgusting attempt to assassinate his character after they assassinated his person. I mean, this young man was the best that we had to offer as a society.
Thank you much, gentlemen. Mr. Ben Crump, Lee Merritt, and Darrell Washington. And with so many questions still remaining and so many stories that we heard shortly after this death, you know that media and all investigators are going to be continuing to dig into this story. They just approached me a few moments ago, and again, we'll continue to look in developments on this particular case about this marijuana issue and this entire investigation. For now, we're in Richardson. Damon Fernandez, Channel 8 News.
All right, Damon, appreciate that update. Also, just in light of the death of Botham Jean, Dallas police have postponed this weekend's Coffee with Cops events that was scheduled around the city.